Ugandan activist Agatha is not just naming names. She is recounting trauma of her journey to Tanzania to witness a treason trial of opposition leader Tundu Lissu turned into a nightmare straight out of police state playbook.
I get there and the first order is take off your clothes. Before you do anything, there's one who hits me with something on the back, and there's one who violently takes off all my clothes.
Ugandan activist Agatha is not just naming names. She is recounting trauma of her journey to Tanzania to witness a treason trial of opposition leader Tundu Lissu turned into a nightmare straight out of police state playbook.
They take off all my clothes, they throw me down, they handcuff me. You will see some of they handcuff me, but they tried to put a sweater before the handcuffs. So I think the injuries here would have been worse, but there's this, then there is this.
Abducted, tortured, and allegedly violated in unspeakable ways, Altuhaire says she paid a deal for crossing an invisible line, the one that separates curious visitors from unwanted witness.
There's one hitting under my feet so badly, the pain was too much, and there's one shoving something in my
4 days, Altuhaire disappears into the shadows of Tanzanian custody. She emerged on Thursday night dumped like a broken toy at the Ugandan border, legs swollen, dignity battered.
I am screaming so hard, and I am screaming, and they bring something to cover my mouth. They increase the volume of the car. At first I didn't know what that was for, but of course I am scared until I started hearing Boniface scream. So they had increased the volume so that I don't hear him. But the pain they were inflicting on him was too much.
Her account shared by the Agora Central for Research painted a green portrait of justice, silenced by thought.
So after a while, maybe 10 to 15 minutes, they come for me. The woman that they brought orders me out, but they had taken us in saying things that you could tell these are real killers, really. Orders me out. You know, I am blindfolded, I can't see, she's ordering, I don't know where I'm going. So one man pulls me, throws me, there's another one I fall into. And they also move me just a bit. And I get there, they handcuff me, they tie my legs with my arms on my legs. They face me up. They put like a wood in between the legs and the arms and hold me up facing down.
She wasn't alone. Kenya's activist Bonface Mwangi also crossed in Tanzania. Same cause, same consequences. According to Mwangi, his 4 days detention was laced with brutal beatings that left him unable to walk.
I can barely walk, but I'm very concerned about Agatha because we were tortured together and they did very horrible things to us. So I hope that Agatha is safe. So wherever Agatha is, she should know that you're praying for her and for her safety. And thank you to everyone who spoke, who stood with us.
He was dumped by himself. They were separated and we don't know where Agatha is.
Like Altuhaire, he was spat back across the border, dumped at Horo and scooped up by Kenyan officials in Kwale County, praised but unboard.
He was badly tortured in Tanzania, and every time they were doing this, they kept making reference to the president, asking him to say Asante Mama Samia, as they were torturing him. These people were brutal, and we will not take this lightly. Be rest assured that we will take action. If Kenyan government, which we believe is complicit in this particular matter, do not do anything, if Mudavadi does not do anything, we will invoke the international community to make sure that action is taken. No.
The one.
Okay. Sorry. He was at home.
He was at home. The one who was in white. Yeah, Caleb had already picked him up.
Yeah, that's a video we took.
Yeah.
Harriet, what does this situation mean to the human rights activism?
I think it's very clear that in East Africa we are seeing the rise of authoritarianism. We don't take this lightly. Boniface Mwangi was severely tortured. Agatha, the same thing. And as we speak presently, we don't know where Agatha is. At least we are seeing Boniface. We want to rush him so that he can get medical treatment. His condition is not good at all. As you will see clearly, he can barely walk.
And now the region is watching. Martha Karua has fired off diplomatic flare signal to the African Union, the East African Community, and every acronym in the human rights Rolodex. In her letter, Karua slams Samia Suluhu'S administration for breaching international human rights standards and warned that this crackdown on civic freedom sets dangerous precedent.
Boni is recovering. He had a horrible experience together with Agatha of a human rights defender and lawyer from Tanzania.
From Uganda.
From Uganda. They were held for 3 days of maximum torture. Bound like animals and tortured. And he says he could hear the officers shouting at Agatha next door, even threatening rape. We haven't spoken to Agatha, but I know that, like Boni, she's injured. Yeah, but Boni has spent 1 night in hospital. He's still in hospital. He's unwell. The swelling on his feet is, beginning to reduce. Today he looks better than yesterday. But you can imagine torture to the extent that you cannot walk, you cannot stand on your own. You have to be assisted. He had to be taken to the aircraft with a wheelchair. And the same when he reached Nairobi.
Barely walk. But I'm very concerned about Agatha because we were tortured together and they did very horrible things to us. So I hope that Agatha is safe. So wherever Agatha is, she should know that you're praying for her and for her safety. And thank you to everyone who spoke, who stood with us.
He was dumped by himself. They were separated and we don't know where Agatha is or where she was taken. As at now, unless the media can say that they have heard from Agatha's family, we do not know. But Boni was dropped in Horohoro border post, and he found his way up to Lunga and got transport, and Caleb picked him up.
Torture is prohibited and cannot be justified under any circumstances whatsoever.